Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. It's Sunday. I want to do my Sunday study group for warriors, my hardcore heads out there who need a little bit of extra game on Sunday. Let's just get right into it. I got a lot to talk about. Got a couple pages of notes. We'll see if we can get through one or two. First thing I was thinking about earlier in this week was from a talk by a psychiatrist about fear, and he was talking about facing your fears, and we've all heard about that before, and it's just so true. And I talk about that to people when I mentor them or when I make videos. You've got to face your fears. What you resist persists. You have to confront those demons. You can't run from them forever. They'll chase you down. You'll lose the race. You have to stop and fight. But how do you do that? You go back to where you gave up. Go back to where you gave up on yourself. Go back to where you gave up on a path of love. See, we're either on a path of love or we're on a path of fear. Those are the only two paths. Go back to where you changed paths. I had it told to me in a dream one time. You got to pay attention to your dreams. And I woke up after this intense dream with this message. And the message was, if you want it to end, you have to go back to the beginning. I thought about that sentence. If you want it to end, you have to go back to the beginning. I thought about that for 5 years until I understood what it means. And you have to go back to where it all began. Back to where you were at the crossroads and revisit that mindset. Revisit it with hindsight, with clarity. Put yourself on the right path, the one that you were supposed to be. It's food for thought. Let's move on to the next one. We'll talk a little bit about dating. These are my beliefs, doesn't have to be yours. I personally believe that dating should lead to marriage. I'm not into casual relationships. I personally think that casual relationships are toxic, a toxic mess. It's usually both people are looking for a way out, looking for better. They're not really interested in commitment. Uncommitment, somebody who is dedicated to uncommitment, lifelong journey of not being committed to anybody. That's just a narcissist. It's just a personality flaw. And a woman, if you meet a woman who's not interested in a husband, she doesn't want to get married, she might have you as a boyfriend, but she doesn't want to get married, that's a worthless woman. Throw her away. Put her to the curb. She's worthless. Let's talk about music. I love music. I listen to music in the car, in the house, in the shower. I listen to music everywhere I go. Even when I'm sleeping, I got music going. And why is music so powerful to some, but not to others? Some people really don't get off on music much. I've talked to a couple people in my life that they don't really care about music. They don't hate music. I mean, that would make them, what, like a supervillain. Nobody hates music. You ever heard anybody who hates music where they're like, I can't stand it? I mean, maybe they don't like a certain kind of music, but nobody hates music in general. Everybody seems to have their flavor, right? It's like everybody likes ice cream. It just matters what flavor you like. I don't know. I think it's weird when you meet people that don't like music. Those are weird people. I'm not sure if I trust people who don't like music. But music has been around for 35,000 years. I looked it up. 35,000 years. That's a long time. But humans have been around for 300,000 years, like in our current form. I'm not talking about missing links or, monkeys or anything. I'm talking about people, regular people. Been around for 300,000 years. So you can do the math. 35,000 years of music minus 300,000 years of humanity as we know it. So there's like basically 265,000 years where there was no tunes. There was no music. None at all. Nobody had any idea what it was. It's weird, man. I couldn't even imagine. Let's go to the next one. Fear no evil. You heard that before. The devil doesn't scare me. Evil doesn't scare me. It may scare some of you. The concept of hell doesn't scare me. Torture doesn't scare me. Death doesn't scare me. Bad people of any kind don't scare me. Terrorists don't scare me. School shooters don't scare me. Psychopaths don't scare me. I'm not trying to say that I'm the badass. I'm not trying to say I'm Rambo or anything like that. I'm Bruce Lee. I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just simply saying I'm not scared of that shit. I can stand up to evil. It's easy for me to stand up to evil in the face of it without flinching. That's what we're here for. All I need is a couple good guys to stand with me. Let's go on to the next one. Let's philosophize on individuality briefly. Individuality is really just it's a rather new concept. As a species, as humans, as a human creature, human animal, we haven't been philosophizing on individuality for very long. It's a philosophy. It's not natural to you. I'm not bashing individuality. It's one of my core beliefs. I think that individuality, this concept of individuality, is part of the evolution of man. That's what we're doing. We're evolving from a pack animal, from a herd animal, into individuals, and it's forced. Not forced on us externally, we're forcing it upon ourselves. You have to force yourself, train yourself to be an individual, remind yourself to be an individual. It's so easy to be a pack animal, to be a sheep. Any stupid motherfucker can be in a group, can be a follower. But can you really get away from groups? If you look at individuality as not conforming to groups, an aspect of non-conformity, and I'm not sure if it's really even possible, because you could look at every aspect of you. What makes you an individual? You say you're an individual. You say, Sky, it's everything to me. I'm an individual. That's very important to me. What makes you an individual? Is it your beliefs? Why would you think that your beliefs make you an individual? Do you think that nobody else thinks like you? You're the only one on earth that believes in God. You're the only one on earth who's an atheist. You're the only one on earth who says, fuck the government. You're the only one on earth who salutes the flag and has a tear when the national anthem is sung. What makes you an individual? You're the only one with a red Dodge truck? What? You're the only one that wears boots, that wears a baseball cap? What makes you an individual? What is it? Your beard? We could go down the line with everything that you've ever thought, everything you've ever done, the way you look, the food you eat, everything about you is nothing more than an aspect of a group. I don't know, I'm not trying to bash individualism, but we all believe that we're marching to the beat of our own drummer, and I just wonder why. Why do you think that? So let's go to the next one. I know I've pissed some of you off with that. You know what a triumvirate is? It's a weird word, triumvirate. It's the tri-unity, the Holy Trinity. There's a lot of threes out there, man. There's a lot of things that come in threes. Mind, body, and soul. I talk about that on here all the time. Mind, body, and soul. You have Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That somehow goes along with it. You can put mind, body, and soul and Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost right underneath it. They kind of correspond. Birth, life, and death. They all kind of seem to go together. Past, present, and future. Apprentice, journeyman, and master. They all go together. I don't know. Just food for thought. Let's go to the next one. We'll do a couple more of these and we'll be done. I got another couple pages, but I know you guys have a short attention span. You want to plan your spiritual development in the same way that you plan your mind, body, and soul. So, for example, we may have a plan for our mental growth or our physical growth. I may say that I want to start learning how to manage my PTSD, and I want to learn how to become smarter and to educate myself in all kinds of ways. You may say that I want to get healthier and to eat better and to start working out more and all that. mind and body, and people are dedicated to it, and I help people make plans with this, but do you have a plan for your spiritual development? It's just something to think about. You don't let your spiritual development happen to you. You plan it out. This kind of goes along with it, but this is the next one. There's a lot of people out there that are little Bible thumpers. They like to impress me with how they can memorize passages of the Bible. Look, I don't give a fuck how much you read. Don't memorize that shit. Don't preach it. Just live it quietly. And fake spirituality goes around trying to preach the fucking Bible to people. I don't care what John 3:16 is, motherfucker. Live it and show me. I have a couple more, but we should probably just end it here. I'll do one more. If you think knowledge is expensive, try ignorance. What you invest in is what you become. It's just personal growth. Thanks for watching.